I had some girls or just people in general would DM me and be like, who are you talking to, Jen? And I'm like, myself. Like, once I decided to let go of the control, I'm like, at this point, I was like, I'm not scared of anything. Hi guys, welcome to Life is Messy. I'm your host, Jen Chenn. I'm here today because, you know what? I just feel like I've been called to really share my experiences and life. I mean, I already do it on my stories on Instagram anyway. Just a brief intro, how I started. I just want to say this. I'm divorced, single, working mom of beautiful twin girls that are 7 years old, Shelby and Mia. Once I decided to let go of the control, and once I decided where I want to just be happy for myself, but I could still maintain a fulfilled life for everyone I love around me, life just started going. And honestly, this title, Life is Messy, once you accept that's what it is, trust me when I tell you, and I promise you, you're gonna get through things. So just brief, quick. This will be short and quick because us moms, people in general, who has time to listen to me rant all day? It's a really crazy story. I had just filed for divorce. It was 2022. I had just moved out with the twins and we were kind of hopping in different places. It was a pretty dark, hard time in my life, but I am always been a half full kind of girl. Everything is an experience, everything's learning. The goods, the bads, the lows, everything. Long story short, what happened was then drive home. The girls went to school and I went home and my mom's like, hey, and you have a package for you. Mind you, I was already married for 7 years. I didn't live at home anymore. So I was like, I never sent anything home. And just the day of, I remember saying, and the reason why I vent so much and talk on my stories, it's a live diary for myself. I've had some girls or just people in general would DM me and be like, who are you talking to, Jen? And I'm like, myself. Like, I really don't care like who I'm actually talking to. It's for me to chronically just see the chapters I've been through. So this is what happened. 2022, went home. My mom's like, you got a package. And just that day, I was like, hey, I want to start a book club because I was reading a lot of self-help books at that time. You know, when you're going through a separation, divorce, healing, and a lot of changes, sometimes you just don't want to talk to your close friends because you feel embarrassed, you know? And so I was reading a lot of books. And so I was like, I should start a book club. I go home, and then my mom hands me this package. And I look at it, and it says, to Jennifer Chenn. And I was like, that's so weird. There was like no label on it. It was the weirdest. It was like some PR package. And I was like, okay, it feels like a book. So I open it, and it's this book, Life is Messy by Matthew Kelly. And it literally says, not for resale, promo only. When I got this book, there was a letter attached to it. And it says, let me refer real back just to show you all my stories. It was in 2000 and, let's see. And I was like, August 14th, 2022. So I recommend everyone collect your archives, like create a live journal for yourself. So this is 2022. I mail a copy of my latest book to some people I've never met. I hope you enjoy it. Just read the first 20 pages, and then it says pretty much that I could get 12 copies for free. And I looked it on online. I was like, is this some like bullshit So these are pretty much my stories. I just kind of say whatever I think, right? And it was a letter, and it just said, hey, like every month I select someone I don't know, and you were selected, and just please read the first 20 pages. I already knew that I was gonna love it because I look at the back and it says, life is messy. It isn't a color within the lines exercise. It's a wild and outrageous invitation, full of uncertain outcomes. The mess of life is both inevitable, and unexpected. It is filled with delight, mysteries, and frustrating predicaments. In our disposable culture, we throw broken things away. So what will we do with broken people? Broken relationships, broken institutions, broken families, and of course, our own very broken selves. We are all broken and wounded. This book is about putting our lives back together and allowing ourselves to be put back together when life doesn't turn out as we expected it to. And so that's all I read, and I was like, this is amazing. I go online, I click on the link. I was like, whatever, if I get scammed, who cares? You know, I'm like, at this point, I was like, I'm not scared of anything. Put it in, my information, doesn't ask for a credit card, nothing. And they're like, okay, cool. 2 days, I get 12 of these books. And it's awesome because the next 3 years of my life, of all the stories and situations and places and things I've learned, I've selected 12 specific people that were a pivotal point in my life to give these books to. To be honest, I don't even know if I remember all 12. However, I do know that it was so cool to reflect back. And so that's kind of where we're starting this. It was crazy because that was a sign of how this all got brought together. One of my best friend's partner, she literally was like, I was like, what should we call the podcast? And she's like, Life is Messy, because she was having a rough day. And right when she said that, that was the message that clicked to me on this book. And that's why we're naming Life is Messy. I hope you guys just continue to watch and follow the journey. I'm really here just to help, support, and talk about funny, stupid things, because my life is messy, but it's perfect together, all it together. Is that good?